Stop giving your money to woke corporations that hate you and your values. That's why I order all my men's shaving products from Jeremy Razors. Order your Precision 5 starter set today. This set comes with 4 razor blades, sharp as true, with tungsten handle and flip back trimmer. You're not in the market for razors? Jeremy Razors also has other facial products fit just for men. So you don't have to stock your bathroom with products that clean your body but stains your conscience. So shut up and shave. Go to jeremyrazors.com and use CBurns15 to save 15% off. That's jeremyrazors.com. Use my special code CBurns15 to save 15% off. This is about the Detroit Police Commissioner. Now, to me, this is funny, but it's not funny because this guy is married. He's married to a lovely young lady. And it seemed like he got some years on her. He's not too pleasing on the eye, but he decided that he needed to get pleased. And he got caught with a sex worker. They said allegedly. Detroit Police Commissioner caught with sex worker expected to resign, sources says. It's kind of ironic because he is the person to make sure the police officers are not doing things they're not supposed to do, like drugs, illicit drugs, and prostitution. So that's really ironic. He's like the overseer for that department. And look, he got caught. They said that he was trying to get, I hate to talk raunchy, but get some head from a lady for $10. For $10. But I'm gonna play for this for you.
It's not the everyday occurrence that happens.
And also raised some red flags. Detroit Police Commissioner Brian Ferguson, who was elected to the board in 2021 to provide oversight for DPD to make sure its officers' conduct is appropriate, now has his own conduct being questioned after he was allegedly found with a prostitute here on the city's west side.
Was he caught like in the act, as they say?
From my information, when they came upon his vehicle, he was having a sex act conducted on him.
Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack spoke with Captain Jason Bates of the Wayne County Sheriff's Office just hours after undercover officers issued Ferguson an indecent and obscene conduct citation for the X-rated encounter near Sorrento and Schoolcraft around 7 o'clock on Wednesday morning. Ferguson apparently identified himself as a commissioner and asked those officers to help him out.
A title or position doesn't make him above the law. Obviously, the severity of this situation, it was obvious what was happening. It was a prostitute that's known to this team.
That team's work coinciding with a partnership with DPD, a push to pay more attention to quality of life issues, things like prostitution, narcotics, speeding, and drag racing. In recent weeks, officers have issued 24 citations for prostitution. Several grams of cocaine and heroin have been taken off the streets and some 30 vehicles impounded or seized.
What if it was on the end of your block? If your family, your spouse, your kids were seeing that type of activity in your neighborhood, would it bother you?
Ferguson did tell media outlets that this was all a big misunderstanding, that the woman unexpectedly jumped into his truck, that he was trying to kick her out when police pulled up. In a statement, he also said that he does not want this personal matter to become a distraction from the important oversight work this board has to do. For that reason, he says, I'm making the decision to step back from the board meetings for a time. End quote.
We are out there trying to make a difference for the community. Just like the neighborhoods that we would want to live in, we're trying to create that for everyone else.
Now, the Detroit Board of Police Commissioners, they do have a meeting tonight here at this Union Hall behind me on West Grand Boulevard. It is set to start right around 6:30 tonight. As you just heard, though, Ferguson will not be there. We are live in Detroit this morning. I'm Robin Murdoch for Fox 2 News.
So there you have it, folks. The Detroit commissioner, he got caught in the act. And it looks like he did resign from the Detroit Police Department. This is his wife. This is his wife. She's a lovely young lady. I can't just imagine, you think you're married to a guy that's up and up, and he's doing a deed with just some random person. just, I mean, that has to be embarrassing. At 7:15 a.m., that's when he was caught, early in the morning. So this is before he probably just left home and he was going into work. 7:15 a.m. on a Wednesday. And he asked Captain Jason Bates, one of his deputies, could he help him out? He was trying to get out of it. And the guy, apparently, the officer said no. He still wrote him up. And Ferguson is claiming that it was a big misunderstanding. Well, how? Okay, you're doing the deed in the car, on the street, on the random street, on Schoolcraft, of all places. Look, Schoolcraft, if you're not from Detroit, Schoolcraft is like one of those places where you don't want to be. You don't really want to be, especially at nighttime. That's not a place where you want to be walking around that's on Schoolcraft. So just imagine if they do have prostitutes in that area, just imagine how they look. Those type of prostitutes. These are not like the upper echelon prostitutes. These are the lower echelon prostitutes. They're not like, oh, discreet and no. And then another thing, okay, of all places, okay, you pick up the prostitute. You so cheap, you can't even get a hotel. You just finish me off in the car. That, to me, that is just, like I said, it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing for his wife, and then him, of all people. You got your career that you just lost. You're not a pillar in the community no more. If you were thought of as a pillar in the community, and then I don't know about his wife, how she feels about it, but I know she's embarrassed. So the embarrassment alone is probably will ruin their marriage. Now, if nobody knew about it and she just knew about it, she probably could handle that on her own. But look, New York Post. It's in the New York Post. They're talking about it. So he potentially lost his wife too. So this guy, is sad that he took the route. I guess he didn't have any self-control. I'm not for sure. Didn't have any self-control, and no telling, he probably does this kind of crap all the time. He just got caught in that. Because a person that don't do this kind of stuff wouldn't do this kind of stuff. Like you're having sex in your car on some random street early in the morning at 7:15 a.m. That, to me, that is wild.